an arid landscape where the sun's rays scorched the earth and the air trembled with heat, a man wandered. His name was Jesus, though some whispered it as if it were a curse. He was said to be a Messiah, a healer, a beacon of light. Yet he felt encumbered by an unsettling burden, a darkness that clung to him as persistently as his own shadow. The miracles he performed, feats that dazzled the masses, were not merely acts of divine intervention. They were transactions, exchanges that bore a terrible cost. Each healing left him with a visceral sense of depletion, as if he'd traded away fragments of himself. The more he gave, the more the darkness within him swelled, seeping into the crevices of his human frailty. His disciples, those fervent followers, could not perceive the growing tempest within him. They saw only the veneer of serenity, oblivious to the moral quagmire in which he waded. The miracles became expectations. The expectations, a chain. Each link forged from the insatiable demands of a populace that took more than it gave. The Pharisees and the Romans, those figures of authority who sensed the burgeoning threat he posed, were not entirely wrong in their suspicions. Jesus felt it, the intoxicating allure of his own power, a temptation that whispered promises of dominion and vengeance. It was a path he could tread, a choice within his grasp, to unleash a reckoning upon those who opposed him. And then came Judas, the embodiment of his inner turmoil, a mirror reflecting not betrayal from without, but the potential for corruption from within. The kiss in the Garden of Gethsemane was not just a signal to the soldiers. It was the manifestation of his own internal conflict, a darkness yearning to be acknowledged. As Jesus found himself suspended between heaven and earth on the crucifix, the moment became more than a physical trial. It transformed into a crucible for his very essence. The nails driven into his flesh were secondary to the piercing awareness of a cosmic dilemma. Two paths unfurled before him, like tendrils of smoke, each leading to an abyss of unimaginable consequence. One path whispered sweet vindications, urging him to give in to the darkness within. He could dismantle the very foundations of the world, unleashing an apocalyptic wave that would wash over Pharisees and Romans alike, cleansing through obliteration. But this would be a dominion of dread, a reign of unending night. The other path was no less daunting: to become a vessel, to lock away the malevolence. This would be a self-imposed exile, a sealing away of a part of him that would forever yearn to be freed. The weight of this containment would be his alone to bear, an eternal vigil against the darkness within. With a voice quivering in the tension between human frailty and divine resolve, he uttered, "It is finished." These were not words of relief. They were a somber covenant, an acknowledgement that he had chosen to be the eternal jailer of his own inner abyss. The darkness would remain, but quarantined. As his eyes closed and his spirit momentarily ebbed away, a haunting disquiet lingered like a spectral mist. The question, had he truly triumphed over the darkness, or had he merely sealed it away for an indeterminate future, became his final, unspoken legacy. Even the resurrection, a blaze of ethereal light that defied the very laws of existence, could not dispel this haunting query. It remained a phantom thread woven into the fabric of his tale, a somber reminder that some questions bear no answers, only eternal vigilance.